Hello, dear brothers and sisters. Thank you very much to tune in. My name is Kindama, and you listen to African Update. Today's news is coming from Uganda. I will tell you a story about a young man by the name of Bobi Wine. Bobi Wine is a musician, is a member of parliament, and recently came up in public on his Twitter, saying that it says on his Twitter, this morning it was such an honor to welcome 11 members of parliament and many other prominent leaders into the National Unity Platform. These leaders are listening to what the people on the ground are saying. We are coming together from all formation to rebuild our country. Just to go back on the history, Bobi Wine have been a musician for many years, where his music was more about the revolution, talking about the problem, the struggle that the people have been going through in Uganda. As you may know, like in many other African countries, Uganda, the majority of the population in the country are younger than 30 years old, so the really young generation in that country. That's why sometimes people ask why Africa is not prospering when you have got younger generation. People have got energy to work, people have got energy to rebuild each and every country. So Uganda is not the exception. This young man was elected in 2008 to be a member of the parliament. While he was a member of parliament, he had been facing so many challenges, where he was beaten by some of the soldiers due to the fact that he was supporting some of campaigning people who have been against President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. I hope I pronounce it very well, but yeah, that's the name. I heard it many times in my life. So I can assure probably at least I pronounce a little bit. But anyway, and this young man, recently they call him as the ghetto president for many years when he was singing, but he still sings. And if you get a chance, you saw it. I think one of the songs he did recently on Corona, where the song even was the president of Rwanda asked to be translated this his song about coronavirus. But anyway, back to the subject. He recently came up and say he will run for president, and taking or challenging Mr. President Yoweri Museveni, and he create a platform that is NUP. I think is the national umbrella party, where is involvement of many different parties, including one of the Mr. Museveni doctor, Mr. Busage or Basage, I think this is the name is called. I don't think that they pronounced it very well. But within this umbrella party, or many parties are being called upon or joining this umbrella body in order to challenge Mr. Museveni. Yoweri Museveni have been in power for many years. That have been there for a long time. I think more than 30 years now in power. So, and then I think it's also be a time where our leaders will think, okay, I spent all these times, I need to leave and leave the power for younger generation. Should just at least two years mandate will be enough. Going back to NYP, this umbrella party, many members of the parliament are joining this party. Without going to election, the party has already 17 members of the parliament, which is really a huge to this new party, and a huge number of musicians, his colleague as a musician, are or they already joined the party, which is also gives a huge blow to the musicians, saying that when it will become a campaign, will be easier for all these people to go around, make a show, and taking all the fans in order to vote Mr. Bobi Wine. But the question is, is the people power movement going to overthrow the president, the current president, when he's so powerful? They've got an army, the police is with them. Is Mr. Bobi Wine being used by other people in order to come into power, as because the other people like Busije and the other never get a chance to do it? I hope not. I hope they want Mr. Bobi Wine genuinely win the election and become a president of Uganda. If that will happen, that will be huge impact for Uganda as well as for the entire continent. But also they're coming in criticism, like one of prominent musician, what do you call it, Eddie Kenzo, who recently came criticizing Bobi Wine, saying that if he cannot control his fans, refer to Bobi Wine's fans, how can he control the army? I don't know why he came up with this statement, because there are two entities, if you may say, like defense and the army. The army have got a commander, and and we don't expect that to overthrow Bobi Wine when he'll be in power. But of course, someone who have got an army or weapons is completely different than controlling defense. But let's see how it's going to happen. 2021 will be the day where will be election. See if Honorable President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni will be in power, or then the younger generation will say that's enough, and we need a new blood, a new generation to join the palace of Uganda, so we can see Mr. Chagulani, Honorable Chagulani, to be the president of Uganda. So, dear brothers and sisters, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope to talk to you again next time. Please remember to subscribe.